Okay. Okay, got it. Let me just start from my side, and I'm going to do the introduction. Okay. 2, 1, action. Hello everyone, and welcome again to my YouTube channel, and welcome to another Royalq video, a very exciting video, because today we are talking to the guy who signed me up, my Royalq mentor as well, a top leader in Royalq, basically was a top leader in many other companies before he came across Royalq. One of the companies was I was a part of it as well. I won't mention names, but yeah, Marcus knows, I think, what we're talking about. Yes. So yeah, this guy has basically made a good living online, and he is financially free. Can I say that safely? You're financially free online, basically?
I am financially free online. Yes. Awesome. And that's a little bit what we're gonna talk about, the steps to go from where you are to where you want to go.
No, awesome. All right. So firstly, Marcus, I'd like you to introduce yourself to the audience. Like we are, when you started getting into network marketing and affiliate marketing. I don't know, you probably do affiliate marketing as well, or you've done it in the past. But basically, when you started your online business journey.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Marcus, 32 years old, based out of Sweden, but currently living in Spain. So I was introduced to, the thing about network marketing a couple of years ago. I didn't take it very serious at first. I think it was 2016, maybe earlier, 16. But, I kind of just dipped my toe in the water and, had it on the side, didn't really think much about it. But what happened is the guy that signed me up, he was really successful, and I saw that he started making, when I started working, what my monthly salary, he made that in 48 hours. And then I was thinking, I'm not in the right place, right? I need to learn something. I need to do something to get out of this. So it wasn't actually until the year 2022. It had nothing to do with the current world circumstances, just that I was running a business before, a brick and mortar business. I was running Sweden's biggest Kung Fu school. For a couple of reasons, it didn't end up working out the way I wanted to, so I had to leave. But I poured my heart and soul into that for 9 years, right? And because I did that, I didn't have any actual other skills, right? So, the bills were piling up, I needed something to do. So I just went down the street, went to the, supermarket. Hey, can I work here? And I said, yeah, absolutely. So I was working as a cashier in a supermarket, getting groceries, like, here's your receipt, kind of thing. And then I was thinking, okay, like, now what, right? I'm young, right? I was 30 years old, right? And I was thinking, okay, now what, right? Is this all there is? Is this what I'm gonna do for the next 35 plus years until I die? Like, what's the progression here? And that thought really kept me up at night, because if I don't do anything, I will stay there, right? And I didn't feel fulfilled. As I mentioned before, I was running a Kung Fu school, and there were a lot of pickpockets in that area, right? So I could chase them down the street, but that was like the most exciting thing about that job. Otherwise, it wasn't fulfilling. Yeah. Right. So I thought, for things to change, you have to change. For things to get better, you have to get better. So I followed three steps to get out of there, right? Number one, I did personal development, right? I understood that for things to change, I had to change. I had to get around a new set of people. I need to learn new things. I need to, read books, attend seminars, really get ahead, right? Because the reason why I was where I were was because I didn't know something, right? There was something I didn't know, which kept me in the place I was, right? Yeah. So I had to learn that. So the first front, I needed to get my mindset right. You had a positive, mindset. And I cannot see difficulties, but I want to see opportunities, right? Next thing was finding a mentor, right? Someone who had achieved what I wanted to achieve and that could teach me how to do it. So I didn't have to go through all the pitfalls, right? So I could leverage their experience to really collapse timeframes and achieve what they have achieved in a much sooner time frame than they had, because they didn't have themselves as mentors, right? And number third is just take massive imperfect action, right? Notice imperfect, right? There's a book I strongly recommend. It's called what's it called? Aim.
Yeah, I can't think of it.
Aim, no, fire, aim. I forget about it. It slipped my mind. The key is what you want to do is that you first want to take the action. You don't want to spend a lot of time analyzing it, right? Because then you will end up in analysis paralysis, right? Do the action, right? It's better to do the thing once than reading 10 books about it, right? Definitely. And that's going to be a lot of it's going to be really uncomfortable, right? Because you have something called a comfort zone. Like, I've always done things this way and this feels good, but you having done things in that way has led you to get the results that you now have. And if you want to change those results, you have to do something different, right? And just as a caterpillar, when it goes into a cocoon to transform into a butterfly, that is not a very pleasant experience, I'm guessing, right? They have to completely change their body. And it also takes a time, right? Because the thing is, we are actually two people. We are who we are, but we're also the unrealized potential of who we can become, right? So if we tap into the future version of yourself, okay, this is where I'm going, right? This is what I want to do. So one thing that I learned is that our thoughts, right, they dictate our feelings. Our feelings dictates our actions, and our actions dictates our results. So if we want different results in our life, we have to take different actions. But we feel really bad, right, if we haven't fixed our mindset, like, I'm not good enough, I can't do it, why would anyone listen to me? Then you feel really bad, and then you act out of that frame of mind, right? So you need to get your thinking right first, right? Get your thinking right first. You will feel better about yourself. You will then begin to take different actions, and then, right, you will have different results. So that is the way you have to do it. It starts with mindset. So, right?
No, 100%. I mean, when you talk about that, it's like when I started just taking a step, starting a YouTube channel, where what you're talking about now is you're so afraid of what some people are going to say and they'll laugh at you. But all that stuff, it doesn't matter in the end, because you're looking for the right people, right? Like taking action, it's the first step. I mean, your videos, if you worry about how I think you talked about that paralysis thing. What's it again? Information
analysis paralysis.
Analysis paralysis. There we go.
Yes.
Where you're so focused on trying to get everything perfect and all that. A lot of people have seen all these scams and that, and they got all those flashy lights and great events, and we can think of what was it, a scam that we have in our minds, but it's just it's overhyped. A lot of these aren't scams, but they like these companies, but they're so overhyped and their products just aren't good, and they say we're going to do all this, but it never comes to light. But anyway, so all of their stuff is perfect and everything, and a lot of people have seen this stuff, and it's like they over it. Like they would rather see real people trying and being real, basically, not fake it. They just, I think for a lot of people it's refreshing to see real people on YouTube with real quality, quality information and quality offers and business opportunities, that can really help them. Not just all hype, basically. And Yeah, that's what I've seen with Royalq is like for me the transparency and all that's great. But yeah, I mean, first step is take action, and when people laugh at you or what they say or whatever, your videos aren't good or you suck or whatever, that all doesn't matter. It's what you say, it's what you think about yourself and where you want to go, and
Absolutely.
the right people will reach eventually.
Yeah.
But you have to start with something. I mean, when I started with YouTube, it was like I thought, yeah, why didn't I start this a long time ago? With the other stuff I did before Royalq. I mean,
Mm.
because I have some great offers on there as well besides Royalq. But I mean, again, for me, Royalq is also a game changer. So yeah. Anyways, I think moving on. So I forgot to ask, where are you based now, Marcus?
I'm based in Spain. Spain. So
Oh,
first
okay.
thing I did when I was living in Sweden, right? Because I could work from online, right? So I just need a laptop and an internet connection, and I'm good to go. So
Yeah.
I, moved out into the nature, got a really nice house there. But then it was, it's Sweden. It's kind of cold, right? And then I'm like, okay, if I'm not tied to a location, why can't I just move to another country, right? I'm from the EU. I can live in whatever EU country I want, right? There's no problem. I can just move to whatever country I want. So I'm like, okay, Spain is really nice, right? So I'm very happy to do that. I just remember the title of the book. It's called Ready, Fire, Aim. Ready, fire, aim. So you're ready, then you fire. First shoot, you take the action, and then you calibrate. It's not ready, aim, 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 because people never end up
Yeah.
pulling the trigger, right? So it's ready, then you fire, and then aim, calibrate after. And I really want to also mention about what you said there about the YouTube channel. First, putting yourself out there on video, for instance. To a couple of things I want to mention about that, what you said. It also has to go with the mindset. Is
Yeah.
that like other people's opinion of you will not pay your bills, but the
Exactly.
people that will join through you putting yourself out there will, right?
Yeah.
So that's a great way of looking at it, because everything has a positive and a negative. And if you have somebody, right, you're doing a video and you have a hater there's writing nasty comments about you,
Oh yeah.
you should celebrate. Why?
Mm.
Only successful people have haters, right? The more successful
Yeah.
you are, the more haters you're gonna have. So I see it as a measure of success. You see, it's not what
Yeah.
happens to you, it's how you look at it, right?
Yeah. It's like, and it's like for me, going just adding to that is when you keep doing the same thing other people do, like 99.9% of people do, then you're going to end up like 99.9% of people, or stuck in the rat race, like you said back in your cashier working days, where it was really tough, and you just decided it wasn't for you. Most people just, it's like they get in a trance, and it's like, again, we're not insulting anyone. When when I talk to people about this, it is, I know I have the highest of respects for people who work. But the thing is, I have a problem with the system, because then you have, you have inflation, and like now in South Africa especially, it's really tough for people to make a living. It's like the price of petrol here is just ridiculous, And then the fact is that some of the neighboring countries that we supply petrol to, they pay less, but we pay more. It just doesn't make sense. But okay, it's just the cost of living. Obviously, when petrol goes up, or fuel, or gas, as they would call it in America, I still don't know what they call it down in America, but anyways, when that goes up, everything goes up. And it's not like, your salary doesn't, you're not gonna, it's not like when everything goes up, suddenly your boss is gonna say, hey, I'm going to give you an increase because inflation went up. Like in America, it was crazy this year. It was like 7%. So it's just, and like the salary increases, if you're lucky enough to get an increase, and it's like minuscule. And there's not a lot of bonuses being paid out. People aren't being paid overtime. It's ridiculous. So what are people going to do? So I guess, but many people, and again, not insulting, just saying it's like a trance where they're getting like a trance. They do the same thing, and I understand some people have been scammed in the past by trying other things and that, but I mean, that's part of the deal. I mean, we've been there, we've done that. Like I've blown Forex trading accounts several times as soon as last year because I just thought I was ready and I wasn't. And then I've been scammed because, you know, like I've even fallen for Telegram scams where they tell you, yeah, pay us $100 or something like that, and then you make 1,000 and 200, you make 2,000. It's just like completely imaginary because like they won't show you actually how it's being done. They'll have like these platforms, they look pretty decent in that with like trading charts and the Bitcoin is on there and Ethereum and all that, and then they also say we mining at the same time. But I tell you, if you are mining Bitcoin or Ethereum, you won't want anyone else in on it because firstly, you don't make as much money, even close to what some of these guys are claiming. I mean, in the hardware, you're buying like ASIC miners, and then like I have 2 computers that mine a little bit of Ethereum a month, but I mean the graphics cards in there already really expensive. So, but the returns are just not there. So, but this is where Royalq comes in, I guess, where with the transparency is where you can see, you can track your trades. And the returns are realistic, obviously, but the main thing, because we can see what's happening and because our capital is safe in our crypto wallets like houbi and Binance or Coinbase Pro. Well, Coinbase Pro isn't actually, it's more of like a it's not really an exchange. Coinbase is the exchange, but yeah, anyways, we use mainly Binance and houbi. But yeah, your money is safe there. It's like as safe as it would be in your bank because you can up your security. You can do a 2-step verification and a this and a that. You can make it as secure as you want it to, so that no one can ever hack your wallet. Because it's even if you have a bank account, someone can hack your bank accounts. Anything is possible. But the point is, your stuff is safe. So the point is, where I'm going to get to is, so for you, what stands out for you in Royalq from all the other companies you've been a part of? Because obviously, you know, Royalq isn't just, you know, marketing model is you have to sell the products to make a return, and there's a compensation plan, and you know, the binary legs and all that kinds of stuff. But you have to sell, otherwise your business dies. But with Royalq, it's obviously it's a little bit of everything for everyone, right? You can just invest, let the bots keep making money for you. So if you don't want to recruit, I totally understand. It's not for everyone. It's a good thing to try and do. I mean, because it's like a legitimate business. You can just show it's perfect business model. Then the other thing, what's it again? So those are for the passive people. Then you have a great compensation plan, obviously, for guys who don't mind speaking to people and recruiting and all that, because that's how you can quickly make more money. Especially if you don't have a lot of money to start off with, that's how you can take action and start building your funds. Yeah, and I think, what was the other one? Oh yeah, for the traders. For the traders, right? Yeah, the traders are like, if you are, you know, because I was thinking to myself, wow, okay, maybe some traders could trade manually and do better than the bot, right? Maybe they can, because some guys are really good. But it's a lot of trading is not easy. It's a crap load of stress. So I'd rather, you know, let the bot trade. So I speak from experience in that department. It's like you can barely sleep some nights, because you know your trades are in, and like the market can just do whatever it wants.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm actually supposed to ask you this. I'm rambling on, but yeah, I think that's just there's a bit of everything for everyone, you know. But yeah, I'll give the floor to you.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a lot of things, yes. But I would like to touch on all of them, because it's really important things you're mentioning there. You know, there are so many, you know, opportunities in out there, right? There are hundreds of thousands, right? And they have all of them have some common denominators, which are major red flags, right? First of all, there's often no transparency, right? In Royalq, there's transparency for real, and I'm going to show you, I'm going to prove it to you, right? Transparency in a way that like everything, right? Everything. So fully, completely transparent, right? The second part is really huge flags is that you have to keep your money on a platform. This is not Royalq, this is other opportunities where you have to lock up your capital maybe 30 days, 90, 180, 365 days. And then based on that, they will give you a return, right? That is also not true with Royalq, right? You are in control of your funds at all times. You can withdraw it at any time you want because it's sitting in your own wallet. Although if you have active trades that are not going very well, you should never, sell at that point in time. That's just not a good idea. So here we have something, right? So the business model of Royalq is really simple. It's really close to Airbnb and Uber, right? So Airbnb connects homeowners and tenants together on their app and charges a fee. And, Uber connects drivers and passengers together on their app and charges a fee. Royalq connects investors and traders together on their app and charges a fee while having your traded capital in a trusted third-party account, right? So they have that. So the only thing you need to do is connect to the app, and then you keep, because Royalq, they will take some fees, right, from the trading profits. So you just manually send over a little bit of money, put it in the asset wallet of Royalq, and you have it there, and all the profits will be generated inside your own wallet. So that's why I feel so safe and secure with Royalq, because you will see that you will get daily returns, right? Most days. I'm going to touch on that as well. But when you look at the profit that you made, you can actually click on it, and then you will see a complete breakdown of the trades being made. You can see the order number, timestamp, trading pair, and the amount of profit being generated. So you can actually double check if these trades actually took place on the exchange, right? So there's complete transparency in a way I haven't seen before. So the great thing here is that Royalq does spot trading. Spot trading. It's not margins, it's not future. And what that means is basically it's quantitative, right? So the more the market goes down, the more the bot will buy in. And then when the market goes back up again, it will then sell off, right? So instead of you looking at your screen 8 hours per day trying to follow the market, this automatically buys in when it goes down and automatically buys or sells when it goes up again. So what you have is different margin calls. So you can buy all the way down. This is completely automatic. You don't need to know anything about trading or cryptocurrency in order to do this. You just click a couple of buttons, connect it, boom, that's it, right? So when the market swings down, buys in, and these here different margin calls can then be sold separately for our profits. Meaning if the market goes down 20%, then swings back up 10%, the last margin calls that you bought in will now be in profit and will then be sold off, right? So because here's the thing, the value of your portfolio. So when you have money you're trading within your account, and this is also done automatically, you just have USDT sitting in your account, and then it will use that to buy other currencies and then gradually increase the amount of USDT you have. So when you have that, you have that, it buys and sells with that USDT. I kind of lost my train of thought there. Give me a second. What was I saying just now?
When you buy and sell with the
Yeah, absolutely. Now I know, right? So you have a portfolio. Of coins, and these will fluctuate in value because remember, these are real trades happening in real time. So when the value of because just like you mentioned in the other video, when you're trading, you're buying this here coin, and this coin will fluctuate in value. You will still have the same amount sitting in your account, but it will fluctuate in value, and that is where we make our money. But if there is a big dip in the market, right, and you don't have enough money to cover all the margin calls, you can do two things, right? Either you wait for the market to go up to your last margin call so that you can start trading again, or you dollar cost average by putting in a little bit more money. Now, people are asking me, Marcus, if the market is going down, it looks like I have lost money. Why would I put in more? And this is where we must change our mindset, because we want to build our net worth, right? That's what we want to do. So we want to have a percentage, like whether that is 5%, 10% of our income every month, and put it towards Royalq. Or in your account for trading. And why is that? Because we want our money to work for us. Our money should be working harder to make money than we are for working money for ourselves, right? But when we do, we will dollar cost average, meaning if the market has gone down 20% and you have $100, if you put in another $100, it's now minus 10%, right? And you don't have to wait so long until the market goes up again for you to start trading. And what happened is that you are building, or you are fattening the goose, right? You're fattening the goose that lays the golden eggs, because you will come to a point in time where the returns from your principal capital will be enough for you to live on, right? So that's what we want to do. So you're asking me, Marcus, why do I put in more money? This money that you put in, you should never take it out. You should never spend it. The only thing that initial capital should do is generate a return, generate a cash flow for you to use, right? So that you can use that, so that you don't have to do all the other things. Maybe if you want more money, if you don't want to work, right? Because here's the thing, if you spend that money, then you're back to square one again. Then you have to go back trading your time for money, and on in the rat race it goes. Right, so we want to build our net worth. We want to build up our initial principal capital so much that the returns, right, and these returns vary. There are no guarantees in Royalq whatsoever. The traders have stated that it's somewhere, depending on if it's a bull market or a bear market, somewhere between 10 to 30% per month on your traded capital, right? Somewhere between there. There are no guarantees. Somewhere in that range, because these are real trades happening in real time. So you look at that. Okay. If I want, what is my financial freedom figure? Okay, if I need $500 per month in order to pay for my things, or buy that new thing that I want to do, whatever. Okay. Then look at the worst case scenario of it just generating 10%, right? To be on the safe side. So how can I generate $5,000, right? You don't have to put it all at once. You manually grow. And we have something called the compound interest, right? So when you are growing your account, then you have access to more money that you can trade with, right? And as Albert Einstein said, compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world, right? People who don't understand it, they pay it. People who understand it earns it, right? So that's how you can go really quickly, right? Like that cent that doubles in value every 30 days, right? So that is what we should be looking at, right? And that's why we're super excited about Royalq. And really, it's so simple. Right? It's simple. There are traders, and if you are a trader watching this, you can set up something called your own trading circle, which means that if you are good at spot trading, if you have a strategy, right, and there are many different traders, many different strategies, and if you have one of them, and you complete 100, I think it's 100 manual trades, and then make a profit of $1,000 in total, you can open up your own trading circle where other people can connect to that circle, and your strategy will then take place in their account. But if you're just an investor, the only thing you need to do, have you used it sitting on the exchange, connect to Royalq, pick a trader, then his strategy will take place inside your account, right? So these traders, the really good ones, they can have 10,
100%.
Yeah, 10, 15, 20, 40, 50,000 people connected to them. And, you know, they charge a fee for using it. The one I use, I really like it, takes 1%, meaning if he helps me generate $100, he gets $1 and I get to keep 99. I think that's a pretty sweet deal, right? So, but it's
Yeah,
so
no, for
low.
sure.
It's so
100%.
low. Yeah, but if you have
Yeah.
like 30,000 people connected to you and you get 1% from each and every one of them, that money is going to add up, right? These guys, you know, if you have a good strategy, you help other people make money, you're going to make a lot of money, right? So Royalq doesn't actually have to do anything. They're just the where they meet, right? So Royalq's business model, like I mentioned, they have, through their software, they can connect the traders and investors together. So it's in absolute Royalq's best interest to keep going as long as possible, because they have an actual product or service that is working, and they don't even have their own staff. They have other traders who willingly come there, who are really good, and you have investors, right? So the better the traders are, the more money the investors will make, and the more investors will come, the more money the traders will make, and the more money the investors make, the more money Royalq will make as well. So this is just an amazing circle. And then on top of it, all your funds are safe and secure in your own account. Like, hands down, you can't beat that. You really can't.
No, you can't. That's the thing, because you know, like, again, going back to, because I mean, it's like the elephant in the room or whatever, it always be there is the scams, right? Is because you know, a lot of people are super skeptics, and I don't blame them. I really don't, because we've been through it. It's like where it's just people need something that is legitimate and that will last. And here it is, guys. I mean, what else do we need to tell you? Really is full transparency, full security. I mean, it's like the money, like I kind of talked about it as even like a pension fund, like that your money that's in your Royalq, but an early retirement pension fund, because if you just keep going through the motions and adding a little bit, like a month, because one of my to my only team members so far, is I told him, you know, what you can do is, even if you can only add like $10 a month, or 15 or 20 or 50 or 100, whatever you can do a month, that won't, you know, set you back, like where you're struggling to buy food for the month, that put it in and let it accumulate, and let compounding interest do the rest. And you know, the trading bots, and whichever trading strategy you connect it to. And this is gold, because again, is the big thing is also, you know, if you trade like Forex, now, right, compared to this, whether you're trading or have your bot in, because I know there's Forex bots out there, but some of these guys are ridiculous. I mean, this stuff I've seen on YouTube, it's like, it's so tempting to buy this guy's bot. But firstly, if their bots are working and they're making millions of dollars, why would they want you to pay for it? I had this the other day. It's ridiculous. Why don't you just give it away for free if you really want to help people? I mean, it's silly, but yeah, these guys are just really ridiculous. But it's but the main thing is, like with Forex, and you know, because Forex is a traditional trading or whatever, a lot of people know it, have tried it. And the main thing is when you're trading Forex, and when Royalq is trading for you, is firstly, you don't have to watch the trades or anything yourself. The bot's already there, the traders are already there for you to do the work for you, basically. But like the stop loss thing, because you know, with Forex, there's a stop loss, right? So if your trades go far enough in the minus, boom, you lose money. And a lot of guys don't know how to control their lot sizes. That's another story. A lot size is basically just how much money you're risking per trade, basically. And hey, you can quickly, I mean, a lot of guys don't even, you know, when I started, I was a complete novice. I basically didn't even put a stop loss. And that is because you get into this mindset that you think you win a few trades, you scalp a bit, and you're like, okay, no, I'm doing great. I'm winning $5, making $5. Yeah, $10 there, great. Then you're like, I'm unstoppable. And then you because you get tired of hitting stop losses and getting small losses, you know, and you get impatient, and that's another no in trading. if you're impatient, or investing in anything, like even at Royalq, don't get impatient, guys. Don't close your trades. Let the bot do its thing, please. Right? Yeah, then what ultimately happens? No stop loss, no risk management, and boom, your whole account is gone. And when your money is gone on the forex market, you don't get it back. And no one scammed you. You scammed yourself.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Is it's so refreshing to have Royalq where everyone with no trading expertise, not knowing, because I mean, like, I think a lot of people are wondering, what is this guy talking about? What is a lot size? What is a stop loss? I mean, a spread and this and that. You don't have to worry about all that stuff. All that mumbo jumbo and watching charts all day and losing sleep. It's just, it takes the patience. And then again, what I just want to quickly touch on, I think, and then we'll probably end it off because I think we've covered so much already. Is just when you do decide to build a team, what is the potential there, ultimately?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do that. I'm going to go at this from a couple of different angles. First of all, in my team, I have over 3 people that I know of that are past 70. 3 people that are past 70 that are in my team that I know of, right? So this is something that everybody can do, right? It's just following, just connecting. I have a tendency, because I know when you know a little bit about the lingo and how it works, you use the terms, people get confused, but I'm keeping in mind who I'm talking to, right? My mother can do this, right? And she's not technical at all, right? But she could do this, everyone can do this. You just connect it, boom, right? The less you know, the better, right? Because then you won't confuse people. Just connect to that, and then something happens in your account, you make money, right? But then, of course, you will need to have a little bit, right?
Yeah, true. I mean, there's genius in simplicity.
Yes, and I was looking at the compensation plan, right? Because I wanted to know what it was, because I wanted to know, is it long-term, is it sustainable, right? That's what I want to look at. Yeah. So I have really gone through it, right? I want to do the math on it, right? Because they got the business part right? The business model that is working for itself. And I want to see, is this here long-term, is this sustainable? And it absolutely is. So I wanted to tell you what the compensation plan is based on, and then I'm going to share with you a little bit about the possibilities, right? So there are 3 ways you can get paid. Like I said, if you just want to trade for yourself, completely fine, that's the majority of people, perfectly fine, right? They are not getting great returns in their bank. They just want to connect to something, make their money, right? And that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But also, want to get the most out of the opportunity, because here's the thing, I'm feeling a little bit, hey, here I am making money, it's working for me, and then I'm keeping this from everyone else. No. So this is something that I've gone to with everybody, my friends, my family, everybody, because I have no restrictions, because it's not like in my back of my mind, is something's gonna happen, like what if it doesn't work out? Nothing like that, right? I'm telling everybody and their cat, about it. So 3 ways, right?
On that point, important point. Sorry, Marcus. Just very important point for people who are like, oh well, what happens? I think we already covered half of that, like the transparency. But what happens if the company just suddenly disappears? Well, firstly, right, they would be completely stupid to just disappear, because here's the thing, guys. Every trade that the bot or the trading strategy or whatever wins for you, Royalq takes a small fraction of that back, whether it's like a small percentage, 0.1% or 1%. Okay, obviously the trader that you connected to takes a small percentage, but Royalq also somewhere like a forex broker, they take like a small little spread or something, and this adds up to an insane amount for them. So why like a forex broker, why would they shut down if they're just gonna keep making more and more and more money over the years? And the thing is, an important thing, guys, is even worst case scenario, even if they were to shut down, which is like so unlikely, it would be like really the dumbest thing, one of the dumbest things I've ever seen. But let's just say if it was that scenario, it's like, well, this is basically the $120 yearly fee that you put in. But I mean, when you join up with this, you got to say bye to that money, because that's your membership. Like that's something you just got to understand. And that's that. And maybe the $10 to $20 or whatever you have to leave for those minor trading fees, you know, that go to the Royalq traders that you connect to, or the bots that you connect to. So I mean, yeah, you can't lose it. You just can't. It's foolproof basically compared to any other thing I've ever seen.
So this here compensation plan is based on the $120, the membership fee. It goes on for different ranks. So you will go for different ranks when you join Royalq, from V1 to V6. And the higher rank, the more you will have, right? So when you personally sponsor someone, you will earn between $30 to $70 per person that joins for your referral link. And then you will also have roll-ups of people who are in a lower rank than you, and then if they recruit someone, you will get a roll-up, so they will still get the same amount that was promised them, and then the additional money will move up to people that are eligible, right? So the full 120 will be distributed to people that are that are eligible for it, right? So if you are this rank here and someone is the same rank as you, but they recruit someone, then the commissions will go up to this person. It will not go up to you, right? So that's how it works. So that's why the full 120 is used, and also based on the capital or percentage that Royalq charges for the trades, it's of that what they charge that they will pay other people, right? So it's a percentage of what they charge. Right, so they are using the full 120 and then a percentage of the percentage that they themselves take, right? So this is long-term, it's sustainable, right? Through the ranks, just distributing a small portion of what they earn. They are still making a lot of money, and that makes me very happy. Because that means that they get things rolling. You know, the app is constantly being upgraded. They're adding new features. They're adding more coins. They're adding more exchanges. All of that good stuff all the time, right? So everybody is winning here. And cryptocurrency, it was, I don't know, with a big market, it was like $1 trillion business. I mean, there's a lot of money there being made every single day. So there's gonna be a lot of volatility, of course. It's good to know, like, talk to the person that invites you. There are some coins that can be very crazy, and some coins that are a little bit more stable that you can, but this is over course. Yes, so I've seen people make a lot of money, right, with Royalq in that aspect. There are no guarantees whatsoever, right? This is an income disclaimer. Nothing at all is guaranteed. It's pay on performance, right? Basically, you can make you're like, just when you recruit one person, you get according to your rank, but then if nothing else happens in your organization, that's gonna be it, right?
100%.
But I've seen people do fantastic. Even people, this year is really big in South Africa, in Kenya, in Nigeria, Botswana, these type of countries. I've seen people there turn their lives around quickly, right? I saw one lady who in around 6 months time, she had an active team of over 7,000 people. And the money that she made, these are life-changing amounts. Right, the highest rank rank in Royalq is V6, right? And they get a 10%. They get 10% of the global sales, right? So this guy on a monthly basis, in addition to what he was currently making, what he made like every month just for hitting that bonus, that was more. Let's see. That was more than the job I had. It was almost a year's salary that he makes on a monthly basis. In addition, this is just extra, right? Wow. It's just extra. It's like, like the money you wouldn't believe it, right? Right. So
Yeah.
I'm know that the top, one of the top earners, you know, the people who really started with Royalq. I don't know how long ago he did that, how long ago that was. He started,
Yeah.
whether that was 1.5 years ago, 2 years ago, or something like that. But one of the absolutely top leaders that I've seen that have shared this account, and please, this is not guaranteed. This is abnormal. This is 0.00001% of people. But in Royalq, in the building a network, up until now, he's made more than 1.7 million US dollars.
That's unbelievable. But I mean, that's just to show people what is possible.
Absolutely.
Like the thing is again, like you said, everyone wins. But people like again, there's also other factors involved. Like if you're building a team, how big your list is, do you have leads coming in, you have paid leads, or do you have organic traffic coming in? Like that I do like talk about these things. You know, that's why what you have to understand. A lot of these so-called gurus and online guys will never tell you. They'll tell you, oh, make so much money with this from day one, whatever. But they'll never tell you that they have a massive email list and they have paid traffic coming in. And you know, that's an important thing to touch on. But the main point is, I think a lot of people can build a list, you know, over time by talking to people, or you know, like a YouTube channel is always great because there's always going to be eyes on you. It takes time, but I mean, if you really, then it'll work. You know, I've seen people just, again, like you say, so some of these guys, they didn't have a massive list, they or any, you know, a lot of money to get paid traffic, because I mean, it's expensive, Google ads, all that stuff, it's not cheap. But they made a plan. So some guys actually, you know, crazy enough, they would go to people in the streets and they would talk to them, and they would have like seminars and like invite people of the community, like maybe with postcards or something, to come and watch like the webinar, how to make money online or whatever. But these guys, somehow they made a plan. I mean, like and some of these guys are from really poor areas, and so where there's a will, there's a way, you know, as they say. And for some, it's definitely, it's easier for some because they already have, you know, that list and whatever from the start. You know, they have a head start. But hey, you can still make it big with this, regardless of who you are. Don't never sell yourself short. I think I heard that in a movie somewhere, but
yeah, absolutely.
I mean, that is perfectly true.
So the thing is, like, you can do this, like there are so many ways of doing this, right? And that's also what I teach my team. But the thing is, get people in front of a presentation and then ask them if they're interested in joining. That's the bottom line. And whatever you do that, some people are really like the events, like you say, they're talking to people on the street, they have like shirts on with logo, going out, passing out flyers, inviting people to hotel presentations. Absolutely fine. There are some people that just connect to people on social media, right? Cost nothing, right?
No.
Facebook,
exactly.
LinkedIn, Twitter, just send a message, and we also show you how to do it the right way. Connect with them, see if they're open, send them a presentation, invite them to a Zoom, let them watch a video, get back to them. Hey, are you interested? No, okay, that's fine. Go to the next person. Keep being consistent. But if you like, video is simply amazing to do, right? Because that allows you to scale your business, right? Because instead of talking to people one-on-one, you get to talk to one-to-many. Then you can have hundreds, and then thousands, and then tens of thousands, and then hundreds of thousands of people looking at your content. And there's going to be so many people that are going to be interested that you don't know what to do, right? So when I first started making videos, I was I really didn't want to do it, didn't really believe in myself, and and when I look back at the videos that I did back then, wow, they sucked. Wow. But it's a progression.
Like my first ones are like, you know,
it's a progression. You can't get to, you know, to the last letter of the alphabet if you don't start with A. Do the A, do the
Oh
B,
yeah.
do the C, you know, gradually, right? But here's the thing.
Yeah.
If you put yourself out there, you will always, 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 always have people coming to you. And that's amazing, right? So one
Yeah.
thing to keep in mind, you know, help people that you used to be, help people that who you are, right? People who share the same story, people who have the same pain points as you have. All the things that you go through, hey, I want to spend more time with my kids. I want to, you know, I want to travel the world. I want to live in a better neighborhood. Or want to put my kids in the best schools. I want to retire my parents, whatever it is. There's so many other people who are just in the same situation as you are, and they're looking for a way out. If you can help them, take them from where they are to where they want to be, right? Solve their problems. They will join you, guaranteed, right? They see you, hey,
Yeah.
this is the same person as me, and they are going to do something about it. They're not just sitting around being negative and complaining. They're actually taking action. Things are happening.
Yeah.
People are making money, and we're getting closer to something. Hey, I want to be part of that, right? There's so many people that are so unfulfilled in their jobs, and they just want to do something, be part of something, be a part of a community of like-minded individuals who are positive, who can help you strive for your goals and dreams, and really just go big, right? Go big.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, it's like, you know, is very few times you can relate to people. Like when you have that mindset, you want to do something. People like there was a saying I think back to is when you get a job, everyone's like congratulations or whatever, like using Facebook, and you have so many likes and congrats, great. You know, they would think, like, again, not insulting anyone, but they won't think in terms of you just became a wage slave, and you know, like, and again, not insulting, but that's the reality at the end of the day. You're making more money for your boss, way more than what he's he's paying a little tiny fraction of that, and just to be above the breadline. I mean, job just stands for just over broke, right? So because, I mean, what happens when you lose your job? Then you don't have any assets, you don't have any investments lying around. It's your salary, it's your only source of income, and that's really dangerous.
It is, and that, you know, the past 2 years
today's economy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. You know, like the last 2 years have been terrible. It's like for the economies and for most countries, you know, it's been really tough. So it shows you that a job doesn't really give you as much security as you would think. You know, and a lot of times, you know, you can work years and years for a company, and then one day they can just decide they need to cut some losses, they just let you go, and that's that. There's nothing you can do about it, really. At the end of the day,
so we
need something I want to talk about. I just wanted to ask
we need to take personal responsibility for our own financial future, right? Because even in Sweden, right, there are people that have been promised and been working their whole lives, and then they, you know, they reach the age of, you know, they get their pension, right? They stop working, and there's, like, even in Sweden, it's considered to be a rich country. There are people who, when they hit the pension age, they're below the poverty line in EU. They are walking around the streets, you know, picking up, you know, cans we have the recycling, so you get a little bit of money if you recycle, you know, plastic bottles, things like that. You get a little bit of money back. That's what they do, and these are hardworking people. They started working when they were like 15. They've been working 50 years, and their pension isn't enough for them to have, you know, like a basic living, cover their basic living expenses, right? Because of, like you mentioned, inflation, because of everything. So it's an absolute must. You're putting yourself in grave danger if you don't take personal responsibility for your own financial future. If you're not adding multiple streams of income, whatever that may be, find some asset that can produce a cash flow for you, right? That's so important.
No, 100%. And well, again, it's like we might have the answer for you guys, or we have a good answer. But anyways, another thing will be is what I wanted to ask you is, if you wouldn't mind, is like because people will know, like, who am I talking to? You know, like because you know, money is usually, people want to know, how much money is this guy really make? Is he the real deal or whatever? Because, you know, for a lot of people, money is respect, which isn't, you know, I don't agree with that entirely. You know, it's I'll be a lot more like morals and stuff like that. But anyways, I get it. I just, you know, especially in business, you know, money gives you, like the more money you make, the more respect you get.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's just how it is. It's a really tough world. So like in terms of, okay, let's use dollars. Are you a monthly? Are you a 4-figure earner, 5-figure earner, 6-figure earner consistently?
In which in the recruiting or in the trading?
No, in total, just in total, like online, basically,
Online.
like everything.
Let's see. That would be more somewhere between. It's not, consistently. It's close to 5, close to 5 at the moment, right?
Shisha, that's like dollar wise, that's a lot, especially. I mean, especially for us South Africans, is like, so you're basically making, I mean, even for Americans, I mean, it's like not a lot of guys are making 10,000, was it 5 figures, $10,000 or more a month. And this is basically, and at the same time, you're putting in so much less, like yes, you're putting in the hours and that with your business, but you don't have, but the bottom line is you don't have to work as hard as anyone else. And once you've built up your organization completely, it's like you can literally just sit back and watch it build itself. And again, with the bot,
the thing is, you have leverage, right? So when, if we go back to the job, right? If you take like a franchise, right? Someone starts a franchise, it's a McDonald's franchise. They hire employees. The employees, they get paid their salary, right? But the owner gets paid the profits, right? He gets the profits. And what that enables him to do is 2 things. Number one, he doesn't have to be there physically, right? He doesn't have to trade his time because he has employed other people who can work there and produce that profit for him. Then he can also scale. He can use these profits to open more and more and more locations. The same is true in Royalq, right? That actually rhymed, right? So the same thing. So when you build up our organization, right? If you take care of it, if you show them what to do, say, hey, if you want to build a business, follow these steps, and then teach the next person how to do it. Because at the end of the day, it's not who is up here, up there, doesn't matter. You have a sales organization, right? You're building a sales organization, and you get paid based on the products and services which is being, sold in your network. So the more people that you have in your network, the more revenue you are providing to the company. The more revenue you're providing to the company, the more they will pay you. That's how it works, right?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Right. So unless you say things are gonna get a life of its own. There was one person that I introduced in another company I was in. He who was a leader. He said, I'm gonna do this. He invited a couple of people. They knew they were from another company. They moved over. 2 weeks, 700 people. Like, okay. It happens
because the offer is just that strong,
Yeah, and like you're not gonna know all of these people. Like people, when you get up there, you're gonna have tens of thousands of people in the organization, more hundreds of thousands, right? The really, really, really big leaders there, like they have millions, right, of people, right? Because they started there. So be consistent. Talk to a couple of people. Remember, like you are the messenger. You're not the message, right? Take the pressure off of you. Show them this is a great opportunity, right? Get them excited about it. Show them here's the possibilities if you build this, right? You don't have to, but you can. And then they talk to somebody is going to go more and more countries, but you need to be consistent. And it's just like the momentum, right? If you have a snowball, right? If it's really, really small and you put it, you push it off of the mountain, it's gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So it gathers momentum, right?
Oh yeah.
In the beginning, it's gonna be harder 100%. Because you just have a couple of people, but then they know someone, they know someone, they know someone, they know someone. And then the more people you have, the easier it's gonna get. But in the beginning, you're gonna have to push that rock up the mountain so that it can then, go down really quickly. But first, you have to push this thing over, right?
Yeah. I mean, no, that's really awesome. And lastly, before I lose thought, is with Royalq specifically. So, how much have you made so far? Like with I don't know. Let's say first with the bot, and then with the networking side, and then together. And what's your rank? Firstly, what's your rank, and then explain other stuff.
So yeah, absolutely. So I want to focus on where I'm going.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Right. I have on my phone. Right. I'm gonna. Do I have it here? No. You can see it. Can barely see it. It says.
Yeah, I can barely see it.
Marcus Rexvold, first V6 ranked from Sweden. Congratulations. I'm so happy and grateful now that my V6 in Royalq, right? Before March 21st, 2021, right? So that is my goal. That is where I'm going, right? In my mind, I'm already there. And that's what you want. You want to paint a compelling vision that can pull you forward, right? So in my mind, I'm V6. Right? It hasn't really manifested yet, right? In the physical world, but it's getting there, right?
Yeah, no, I love that. Yeah.
So what I have been trading with now is around 15,000. Now I like to add more and more and more. And now there's a big discount in the market, so I'm gonna take advantage of that as well.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. That's how like people no, the market's going down. I'm like, hey, discount. Let's put it in.
Then we
right?
buy up all the way.
Yeah. Absolutely. So. Warren Buffett, one of the biggest investors of all time, he said, when other people are fearful, be greedy. When other people are greedy, you should be fearful, right? So when everyone, everything, market's crashing down, okay, discount, go in, right? When the market's going all-time high, everyone wants to get in. No, I'm holding up.
Yeah.
I'm buying here. I'm selling.
Oh yeah.
I'm not doing the vice versa. That's never good, right?
Yeah, no, you never want to buy high.
Yeah, so once I started in September, so I was with another a less advanced bot before, so I kind of knew how things work. So I really, when I saw Royalq, it was so much more advanced, better. They didn't have other traders. You have to do everything yourself manually. It was really jumping through hoops, and everything was in Chinese, and
Oh yes, okay.
Yeah, so it was a mess. But I that's why I learned I learned it inside and out, because I had to. And since then, being consistently, ups and down, around 20-ish% on that money per month, right? Which I have gotten, right?
Okay, so yeah.
And the networking side, right? Like networking side, we're having some amazing leaders coming in now. Super excited about that. I have my leaders from Nigeria, from Kenya. They want to bring in thousands and thousands of people from their previous opportunities. So that's gonna be raining down or going up. So I'm super excited about that. It's not as much as I would have liked right now, but definitely getting there. I have some really aviators. I'm out there. I'm making things happen. I'm making videos. People are coming. So it's just a matter of being consistent.
Absolutely. Yeah, just building the ladder. Rome wasn't built in a day, guys.
It wasn't. But then, like you say, when you get off, over that initial hurdle, then it's a downward slope, right? In a good way, in the momentum building way.
In a good way.
Yeah,
I mean, you got to lay that first brick, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Then you will build it.
But lay it on a good foundation.
Yeah. So true. Can't buy it, build it on sand.
Yeah, and Royalq. Oh yeah. And Royalq is that foundation. Anyways, you guys are catching it. So yeah, I think that would. I think I'm almost approaching the end of this video. I think we've covered more than enough already. There was something on my mind, it's like just a small thing.
Yeah.
But I can't remember. Oh yeah. Okay. So the last thing is, because I know in your videos as well that you're like you help people build their teams, and you do, because I can vouch for you there. Is so guys, what Marcus does is like the only team member I have like 15 inactive guys that someone need to get to. I am using that form you told me about. People are still slow to join, but again, I'm patient. I don't mind. They'll come. If I just keep bringing out quality content and seeing how good this is. But so guys, basically, Marcus told me about that member. If he needs help, whatever, then send him to me. I'm like, cool. Then I first asked him for permission. Obviously, can I give my number to Marcus? And he was like, no, cool. And now Marcus is working with him, and because the guy wasn't really keen on building a network, but I mean, it would help him so much.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just start by talking to a few friends maybe, and get them to presentation. But yeah, I mean, the fact that I have someone like Marcus helping me all the time, it keeps me motivated. Because he's always checking up on me now and again. When I don't always feel like going at it or whatever. But the Marcus reminds me, you're doing fine. Just keep at it, and that support helps a lot. So this is the kind of guy we're dealing with, the real leader that's present. No, not like just the guy that signs you up and bye. Now you're on your own. Doesn't even help you to set up nothing. I mean, he helps you with everything. But there was something important you mentioned, is when you help others succeed, you're helping yourself, because you said that the compensation plan is built in a way that you have to help your team build their team so that you can rank up.
That's correct, right? So in order for you to hit the next rank, you need to have 3 separate people in 3 different, you would call, legs, be the rank below you, right? So the more you help your team, the quicker you will go through the ranks. And that is what is amazing about this here, this here industry. Is basically, it's personal development with a compensation plan. The better you become as a person, the more money you're going to make, because the more action you're going to take. Like I said, your thoughts will determine your feelings will determine your activities, and your activities will determine your results, right? So the more you go through that personal development, the more money you're going to make. The other thing is, if you help enough people get what they want, you can have anything that you want. That's that quote from Zig Ziglar, and this is particularly true in this industry. If you help other people get things rolling, that will only benefit you. So anyone who is not helping you is really shooting themselves in the foot, because the more successful your team becomes, the more successful you will become. So that's why it's so awesome industry.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Like everyone holding hands, this great picture in your hand, like a proper togetherness, basically, or people coming together and for a common cause, and where we actually help each other. Where there's not a bunch of blood-sucking leeches, or like in like some of these, because you do get pyramid schemes and Ponzi schemes where the guy at the top makes all the money and that. But with this, it's definitely not the case, as we have covered already. So you guys don't need to worry about that. But yeah, when you help others, you help yourself, and that's just a great thing. I mean, that's really, really awesome. And yeah, Marcus, I think I'm going to end it off here because it's been really long, and otherwise we're going to chat the whole day, because it's been great. I love this. I really enjoyed talking to you.
Yeah, really. Thank you very much for inviting me to hear this presentation. I've enjoyed it immensely.
Yeah, no, awesome, Marcus. All right, guys. Again, thanks for watching. I know it's been a long video, but I hope it's been really instructive for you guys, or you guys found a lot of value and quality in it. And talking to a top leader like Marcus, and getting his expertise and his insight in on it. A guy, a real person, not one of these gurus. So, anyways, don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it, like I always do. And yeah, guys, have a good one.
Absolutely. Cheers. Thank you very much.
Oh, wait. I almost missed something. It's like, if you guys don't know, again, my links are just below the video. If you're interested to sign up, there's also a form you can fill out. But both the links are there for the form, and then the description as usual. My phone number is also below. So for anyone, it's like just chat me up on WhatsApp, and we'll talk if you're interested. All right, guys.
Absolutely. Join Steven. He's awesome.
Thank you, Marcus. Cheers.
Bye.